17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
Play on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Welcome to this episode of Biker Wars with Bill Staxx. And I got a special guest joining me, Repo.
Hey, Billy. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah, so there's been some developments in this story people might not know. So if you guys don't, hit the like button before we get started. Hit the notification bell and put the bell on all so you get all the videos when they drop. So if people don't know, there was a Mongol MC guy riding, and there was a woman. They were riding like kind of side by side. He was a little ahead of her, but people didn't see the whole video. I got a new video where you could see why she was even mad with the guy or why he was mad with her. And there was a bounty put on this guy's identity. And I seen someone posted in the chat, you're a little late on this. I'm not late on this. We know that his identity has been found. I'm not going to put his identity out there because I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not going to put him on blast. But his identity has been found. Someone took the $500 and they put this guy on blast. But that's not today's show. Today's show is we're going to look at the longer video without all that crazy music. And we're going to see why this even happened. Why she was mad. All right, let's get into it. So this is how it starts, right? The guy's in front of her. You can see in the background, you see the fire, the smoke from the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that Palisades fire.
Yep. Over on the right.
All right, so he's in the left lane, right? There's a red light there, and she's going straight. He sneaks over. He gets pissed, gives her the finger.
So dummy was in the left-hand turning lane and then cut in front of her.
Yeah. Boom, he does it again. Run it back. Red light. See? He's in that lane. He's running. He's basically cutting in front of her every time.
Yeah.
Boom, gives her the finger. He's all over the road.
Chick don't get fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
For why?
Fucking cunt.
Really?
Yeah, bitch.
Well,
Fuck you,
please don't.
She didn't care. All that tough guy shit and gangster shit didn't work with him at all. Like, she wasn't afraid of this guy. I know there's some of you people out there who are afraid of these people. Oh, he has a mask and a cut on. Oh, I should be afraid of him. No, that's not. I mean, maybe that's the image that he's projecting. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the comments under this video because it's quite hilarious. And we'll see what people really think of this whole situation and of this guy. This girl is rad, stood right up to him, she said.
Yeah.
Someone said, I love her. The end is the best part. She big dicked him so hard he didn't even know what to do. Forcing the rest of the world to obey imaginary rules reminds me of the LGBTQ community. Oh, man. Wrong page for this, he says.
Phil, throw it out there. If anybody knows who this girl is, have her reach out.
No, she is out there. I did. I sent her a message. She is out there. She has a page, and I sent her a message. So if you do know her, reach out to her and see if she'll come on the show with me and Repo. So let me see. Hold on. I think I heard him say he wants to fly a drone over his house. New boots, the forward controls on a Dyna. I'm surprised he didn't have little caps over his toes of his boots. Didn't get scuff marks. Now, those plastics don't look new to me. Do they?
Yeah, a little bit.
You think so? They look a little dirty. Someone said she don't give a fuck, and I love it. She's more gangster.
Nope.
She's more gangster than him.
Yeah, it takes a lot of heart for a guy riding with a cut on to put some woman off, a young lady on a bike, and tell her, he's gonna knock her teeth out. That's a real fucking man. That shows the quality of the people that are flying that patch out there.
It's pretty terrible
because
you don't want to have that kind of reputation with the public.
Maybe he's just one of them guys that like to smack women around, but sooner or if he is, sooner or later he'll wind up like John Bobbitt probably.
I mean, maybe he's having a bad day. You never know what other people are going through, right?
You never know, but maybe he ought to give her a gift card for a dinner out with her friends for being such an asshole.
So, Outlaw Archives offered $500 to anyone who can identify him. His identity has been found. I do know who he is, but I'm not going to put that information out there because we're just not going to do that over here. But here, I'll play the video again. I think it's pretty crazy, though. They're trying to have this, like, gangster reputation and doing that to a woman. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
Yeah. Well, he had his face covered too, right, Bill?
Huh?
He had his face covered as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No, that move.
Yeah, maybe he thinks, oh, I got my face covered. You can't see me. You don't know who I am. But they found him pretty. They found him pretty fast.
It don't take much at all. Like going to the inner cities, man. Some young gangster bumps off 2 or 3 of his rivals, and when you watch the news crew footage, I don't know enough, and I know it. But as soon as that money go up, on blood, like how much money offering? Oh, yeah, I've seen him over here. How much money is the bounty?
$500 is all it costs. You're breaking up.
Hopefully, taking that 500 and giving it to the. Am I?
Yeah, it's choppy.
Hopefully, let me shut one thing off here. I might drop out. I'll come back if I do.
Okay. Here, I'll play the video again.
How are we now? We good?
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, he's coming in front of her and he got pissed off that she didn't ride in formation. Boom,
She's not
he does
part
it
of that
again.
culture.
No. I mean, she's a civilian.
Chick don't get fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
No.
For what?
Fucking cunt.
Really?
Yeah, bitch.
Well,
Fuck you, fat
please
fuck.
will.
She didn't give a shit, though. She stood right up to him. She
No.
didn't care. No.
Yep.
What's she supposed to do?
She's not a part of that culture. And they dudes get. Chick might be a juror one day.
I know. That's what people don't understand. Like,
She
she'll be the
has
one
to do.
saying guilty or not
Right.
guilty.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Lindsay,
And
how
it
are
didn't
you?
have something he had to handle out there on the street.
Jaman, what's going on? Big boy, what's up? Richard, respect the bill and everyone who supports you on here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mickey Griggs, how are you? Oh, Bobby Schaefer, what's going on? He says Mongol wives have $500 free food on their EBT card. I don't know what that means. It's just crazy. I don't. So say you were still in the club, right? What would they do if one of your club members got caught on a video doing this type of stuff? What would be the ramifications for that?
Well, it would depend on what how it was viewed would depend on the integrity of the guys that you're around. Some might and they laugh at this video being put up, and others, I personally would find that disrespectful to the club because you had no call for it. You just put it out there that maybe that young lady wound up coming to a party with 15 or 20 or girlfriend riders and associates blowing some money apart, but they're not going to come now, and you get a bad rap for it. The video of that guy doing that to her is going viral. And there's a lot of people with different sides to it, but what I see is the majority of people, and even some club dudes I've seen in the comments, don't think what he did was right. Some of us put out there active in a saying he did the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of negative comments in the comment section, and you're right. It puts fear into some of these people. Like some women are going to be like, "I'm not going to the clubhouse."
Yeah.
The way they act like that.
Yeah.
I mean, one person doesn't represent all of them, but you should
One don't write
always
the book for how everybody acts.
Yeah, exactly. But you should act a certain way in public and not just treat citizens.
No, he's just being a dick. He's got patchitis.
Yeah, like you said, patchitis.
Better than the rest of the world. Yeah.
People were dying when you said that. I don't
he's
think
bigger than
a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
Hear that.
Oh, man, you see it all the time. A lot of guys get freshly patched and they become big heads, and they forget the steps they took and the people they were around to get to where they're at. And if quality guys with that, man, they're teaching you the good rules, and the bad ones. They're teaching you the good side of it and how to act out there and how to pull yourself. And this guy just kicked mud. He didn't kick mud. Mongols patch doing what he did, in my eyes.
Yeah, because millions of people seen this video. Millions.
Yeah.
It's been shared and posted and reposted. Damn, you're breaking up. I could barely hear.
We did one.
Understand what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
All right.
I got
probably where I'm at.
Let me share.
Let
me share this video real quick. I'm gonna play this video. Check this video out. This is Repo. This is Repo riding in the winter. This is something Repo would do.
I don't. Oh yeah, blow the snow off and get on and go. Yep.
Man. All right.
Man, I've rode hours in sleet and snow.
Yeah, you have, right? Dude seems desperate to be validated. I bet he ain't had his patches for a year, TNT says.
Yep.
He's just trying to show how big his balls are to everybody, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, different people act different, right? It all depends.
Yep. I just, she posed and no to him whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't think she was being really disrespectful to him. Do you think she shouldn't have been riding so close to him?
No.
Or what are your thoughts on that?
No, she's a regular citizen, man. You cannot, as we've talked about it before, there's things that happen, if you're riding in a pack and somebody comes up along you, you don't know what they're going to do if they're the opposition somehow, and they out there going to smoke you. There's been dudes blown off their bikes, man, but that lady was no threat whatsoever. And she, even after he acted like a complete ass, she still kind of even stayed with him, like, whatever.
All right, someone said on the comments, it says small peen energy. Patches don't mean shit, Grandpa. Share the road. It says you got it backwards. His behavior shows he's clearly some jerk off millennial or Gen Z patch member. The old school guys don't do this bullshit. It's supposed to be taken as an insult and not literal. Q F word. What? I'm calling it the HR department of the Mongols.
That's a good one.
Someone said, wow, tell them I am HR. Someone said, oh shit. You nailed it. I never would act like that to anyone. The cut, or some call it a vest, doesn't make you bulletproof or a man. The man makes the patch. The patch doesn't make the man. I mean, that's basically
true.
100% true, right? The patch doesn't make the man. The man should be a reflection of his own self with the patch on.
Everything you do out there when you're flying colors is a reflection upon that club that you're in. And, there's times for certain things and not times, and not time for impact to matter.
Yeah.
In my eyes, people got different views, but, that was me. My first thing is, I'm going to get a bird's eye to see who she is. I don't know of any active threats going on out there, one against the other at this time. Everything seems to be pretty cool. It's not like being out on the East Coast right now. You got dudes, two guys running one guy down and slapping the shit out of him with a hammer or whatever it is. They their hands at it. The hammer.
New Jersey is hot. New Jersey is pretty hot, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But California, I
that's
haven't
the
heard
stuff,
anything. I haven't
you know,
heard
like,
anything with the Mongols and the Mongols and the Hells Angels at all. It's been quiet.
you know, and like, you know, the shit with them guys chasing that pagan down, man, that's the stuff that starts things people really hurt. Again, I've said it in many other podcasts, and I don't care what patch you're wearing, you know where you come from. And today, you know, it's a neutral thing. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. But you're out there and you're disrespecting your club when you're disrespecting a potential witness, a potential juror against you. Lady, they're all pretty top. You know, as such as I've said, is those two guys now in that parking lot up in Jersey. And that state has a right to carry concealed law.
Yeah.
And, you know, let's say that Mongol got off the bike and Pagan had said, once he got struck, had he had a firearm on him and carry license, he was justified to smoke those two dudes that were hitting on him with angel shirts. He would be totally justified. He probably would have got jerked around by law enforcement. Wow. Because he's a part of the Pagan Motorcycle Club, they would have tried drumming something up and held him down for a minute. But bottom line was, he was really justified for his life with them using weapons against him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And these dummies, you know, New Jersey's one of them states, which I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. They're such a democratic liberal state, but
Hungover says repo.
Right
Shut the
carry now.
Can you hear me? Some Hangover says repo. Shut the video off. Too much bandwidth. I can barely hear you. It's glitching so bad every time you talk. Every other word, it's like it's cutting off. I don't think if he shuts I don't think if he shuts the video off, that'll matter. I don't think.
You want to jump out and come back in?
I don't know. But when you're talking, it cuts off like every other word.
Probably where I'm at, man. I am like in the service zone.
I can barely understand you.
Give me a minute here. I hate newer vehicles. Bing, bing, bang.
Marta, how are you? Mickey Gray. What? You're probably going to have to go out and come back in. Maybe it'll reset it or something.
Yeah. I'll back in just a minute.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're back. What do you guys think about this? I want to know what your opinion is on this whole situation. Do you think that the guy, the Mongol, overreacted? Or do you think he's in the right? I want to know what your opinion is. Put it in the comments. Does he have a video running in the background? No, it's his service. He's always on the road, so his service is These comments are hilarious, though. They really are. Here, let's take another look at the video. I think it's lame for a man to act that way, especially with a woman riding. Yeah. I agree, man. Like, he doesn't own the road. He was like, you got to ride a formation, he said to her. She's not in a club. Repo.
Here we are.
Yeah, now I can
How's
hear
that?
you. Hell yeah, a lot different.
All right.
We're going to take a
There
look
we
at
go.
this. Yeah, now we can hear you. You could see the fire in the background. You see that fire?
Oh yeah.
Past the Palisades, right? Or that's Pasadena fire. They're both passing cars on the left, though. Like, they're not supposed to do that, right? Gives her the finger. Oh, you can't.
We up in there with you, Bill?
Yeah, you're back now.
All right, good.
Chick don't get fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
For a while.
He said, just because you're a woman, don't think you can't get fucked up.
Yeah.
She goes,
Yep.
oh, really? She goes, oh, really? She wasn't afraid of this guy at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bitch.
Well,
Fuck you, fat
we
fuck.
know.
They were making fun of his boots and everything. Man. They were tearing him up on the other.
Yep.
They're like front controls on a dyno, saying all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Staxx, you said you know who the guy was, so when are you going to get him on the show for an interview? Hey, I could reach out to him and see what his thoughts are on it. I don't think the Mongols would let him come on, though. I highly doubt it.
No, I
But
don't think they'll allow him to come on.
I'll reach out. I will reach out for you guys. I'll reach out and see if he'll come on and explain it. I got a pretty funny one for you guys. This video is insane. You guys ready for this one?
Look. It says Hells Angels Club.
We were just talking about this, Repo.
Yeah.
This is the infamous Temu hoodies from Club hoodies from Temu. Do not order these. Don't wear these.
No.
Like
don't even buy them and hang them in your basement.
No, don't do that.
Hells Angels MC Motorcycle Club. Nomad. Okay, I'll take it off not to anger the Bloods and the Crips. Oh, look at this one. It says Hells Angels Brotherhood. See? I'm a part of their brotherhood.
He's a part of their brotherhood.
I'll tell you what, if you think there's brotherhood, go read Pee-wee's book.
Yeah. Yo, this kid, I think he has mental problems.
If he don't and they find him, he's gonna.
Yeah. You don't do this. Like, I think, I don't know, maybe. No, go ahead.
Maybe the Mongols will take him. He can ride with that other guy.
I think some people aren't aware about like the rules for this type of stuff. Maybe they're not aware that they're not supposed to wear it. They see it online, they think it looks cool. I mean,
man, I'll tell you, don't even buy that and hang it in your basement near your bar to show your friends.
No.
Don't be stupid.
I'm a part of their brotherhood. I'll take this one.
I have to look up on Temu and see what they're charging. Temu's charging to become a patched member in all these clubs, you know?
Oh, no. Now you can see my boobies.
Oh, my God.
50
now
bucks,
he's on
60 bucks, man.
Yeah. Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now.
50, 60 bucks, you could be a member of each club. A few $100, you could belong to like 5 clubs, you know? Insane.
Etsy is where you get them from.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now,
To To be a
Bill, I
pagan
go
is
back into my days with
$46.
back in my day, Angels had everything trademarked. So I don't know how in the hell SD, Timu, or whatever one is getting away with selling this crap.
That I mean, I don't know. Maybe they need to bring a lawsuit against them or something, right? Look at
Oh, I'm
this.
sure they will.
$35.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 35
So the
bucks.
general citizen, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my God.
Yeah.
People do not put this shit on and wear it. Really, don't do it. Don't be that stupid.
David Brooks, what's going on, man? How are you? That's Brooksy from Australia. He's a former 1%er from Australia.
Yeah.
I gotta bring him on with you one day.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Brooksy, we got to do a show soon. With me, you, Repo. Maybe we'll get Pee Wee on there too. Me, you, Repo, and Pee Wee. He could talk about Australia and what the differences are and things like that. Wow, he said, "Wow,
Yeah.
he must have a death wish."
Oh yeah.
Look at these other ones. There's a lot of them. Watch this. For $46.92, you could be a pagan. They got Hell's Angel.
Costs more to be a pagan than it does to be an angel now.
$14, you could be a Mongol.
Wow.
Insane.
That's insane, man. There's like a whole cut there.
You could be a Vago too. $74. They got 1%er, diamonds, everything. That's like those. Oh
my God.
Bandito's Cup, $136. You could be a outlaw for $46.57.
So pretty much the low dollar one. The low dollar one in there was the Angels. That's probably why he joined the Angels through SD, because it was the most cost effective for him.
Yeah, well, this one's $158 on a cut. You don't even have to sew it on.
On a vet,
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that's insane. I know. With them having a trademark, how are they able to sell this shit?
I'm sure they got something going on it, because that's a big slap in the face to see this stuff that you have trademarked for sale on a site like that.
Let's check Amazon.
And Amazon's pretty stupid. I don't know if they're that dumb though.
Yeah, what's his name just said in the chat? He just said in the chat, 120 will get you a full patch.
It goes back to the days where people used to joke around about, you don't even have to prospect. You can buy your way into some clubs.
That's true, though, right? I mean, yes, they do have them.
I've heard of it being done. Wasn't done where I was at, I can tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, RC clubs, right? Riding clubs, you buy your way into those, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like you just say, I want to be a member. It's nothing like a motorcycle club. It's called a riding club. And you just order your patches online. They put them on. No, this is live, Apollo. 100% live. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the retailers are causing a ripple effect, Mickey Grigg says. Oh, that shit happens. Excuse me.
Go
I'm
back,
late. Yeah,
back a little. Go back a couple of years or whatever. There was a support club for New Jersey HA, and I know one of the members that's in there. He's law enforcement, and somebody I was talking to, they're like, "Oh yeah, they were partying at the HA clubhouse, and in Newark. This dude, like, I mean, you can't screen everybody, but they openly opened the door and allowed, and there's a support club for them that has law enforcement in it. So they are now allowing law enforcement in a way of speaking, with a support club having either active or previous law enforcement officers in that support club, be a support club for 81 in
Yeah,
Newark.
Are there any
Man, I
police
never heard of that kind of
support
crap.
clubs? There, it's possible though, right? Having a police officer, like club as a support club for one of these clubs.
Yeah. I mean, we'll reference Gorilla that was a pagan. He was a former Philadelphia police officer. But,
Yeah.
I've said it before, man, Gorilla's a down and dirty dude, and he built them up, man. He built them up for years, man, and he ruled with an iron fist. And, kudos to him, man. A lot of people don't like him.
I hear a lot of good things
He
about
rocked
him.
it. Hey, I used to live close to him. I worked in the city for years, and I used to see him on job sites, taking care of shit. He was a kick-ass, take names later guy. The way it rocked back in the day, But back in the day, you didn't have a camera on every job sites. Have cameras set up on them now. You're not getting away with a lot of the stuff you used to get away with. You see them guys that smoked that pagan up in New York, those angels. I mean, that got one of the most stupid hits I've ever seen take place. They drove the same vehicle. Yeah, they drove the vehicle they jumped into, got out of, and jumped back into after they smoked that dude back to their house. And all they did was simply track camera footage from businesses and residencies right on back. And from what I understand, when they went in, the law enforcement went in to grab these guys, the one dude's wearing these sneakers that just put him right out there. Right out on you're going bye street.
And that was allegedly a retaliation for a shooting that happened. The clubhouse got shot up, and they assumed that it was
the new New York City clubhouse that moved over to it's an old American Legion or VFW or whatever.
Yeah, it was in the Bronx.
Anybody could have thrown bullets at that place.
That was pretty brazen. That hit was pretty brazen.
Well, yeah, and they went out and smoked the dude, sent him to his maker. And if it was retaliation, go look at what's going on, with the two guys attacking the one pagan. Bill, I gotta say, I got a friend. He just recently got out of the pagans. I grew up with the guy. He's been in there over 30 years, man. And, he's moving on with his life, whatever. And it's not looking good out there because you got these guys jumping off, man. And I see many, many more things coming down the road in the future.
It's
because they're not just going to they're not just going to go jump one pagan, two HA, going to jump this dude in a parking lot. And dude was badass, man. I mean, it's 2-on-1. They've got weapons. Knock him off, kick him off of his motorcycle. And, they're thumping the dude. And it looks like they put 4 or 5 hits on this pagan until he finally got pissed off and started going after him.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen that.
He didn't back down. I seen them guys running from him. Now, and those two guys, they kept separating themselves instead of staying together as one unit. and making their move together, they separated. But they got nothing done, man. That dude was solid. He didn't stop. He didn't bat an eye. And then they wound up walking off of him because they could not get it taken care of. So slice a pie to the pagan.
I got a picture of his name was hold on. I'm getting these pictures together. His name was Francisco Rosado. He was the leader of the Bronx chapter of the Pagans Motorcycle Club. He was shot and killed by members of the Hells Angels May 2nd, 2020. Two men in dark hoodies drove on Holland Avenue in the Bronx, approached Rosado and Javier Cruz and shot them. Rosado was shot 5 times in the head, neck, and back and pronounced dead on the scene. Cruz was also shot once in the arm, but refused medical attention. The shooting was captured on security camera. Why did it happen? The Hells Angels said the shooting was in retaliation for a shooting by the Pagans January 2nd, 2020, when the Pagans shot up a building that the Hells Angels had moved into after selling their Manhattan clubhouse. Who was charged? 3 members of the Hells Angels were charged with murder. I got a picture. Pretty crazy situation, and I'm gonna do a special on this whole situation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about it. So this is the pagan that got killed.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of this guy with the fucking silencer. It's insane.
Yeah. There was full video footage of the vehicle they got out of, and
I know it was a Cherokee.
It's right behind where they're standing in that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was in the intro that I played.
Yeah.
You see it? Watch.
I mean,
Here,
if they
17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges.
It was in the intro.
Yep. They didn't even have a burn car, man. They drove that vehicle. That's some stupid shit.
Hey, David
Dumb.
Brooksy. I'll talk to you later, man. Have a good night. It's 4 a.m. Tuesday morning there. Damn. He's in Australia. Wait till shit goes south.
Bill, I'll say this, like,
posers take their cuts off, Mickey says.
I'll say this here, I get some comments come back to me through some of the videos and whatnot. How can you be a former Hells Angel and support the pagans in your videos? I'll put this straight out. I support no motorcycle club. I give credit where credit is due. And if dudes are doing things the true 1% lifestyle way and stand up guys, if you want to call it support, but I don't support anybody. I am neutral, but I will say dudes doing things the right way and being a real 1% motorcycle club member, if that's what he's doing. And I don't care what patch it is they have on their back.
You said if a war breaks out, what are you going to do?
I'm going to grab the lawn chairs, tell the old lady, grab the popcorn and come sit down. And we're going to sit there, have a drink, and eat popcorn and watch it go down. I'm not helping none of them.
It's got nothing to do with you anymore, right?
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
No. It is crazy. Do you think that is your life a lot more free not having to abide by their rules?
Oh, it's great. I've had a couple of guys have accidents along the way since I haven't been with the club. I don't abide by anybody's rules anymore. I abide by my own standards, my own set of rules. I don't have to be judged or explain myself to anyone. No, no, this is the way to be in my book, my eyes.
Yeah, it's definitely a big problem years ago. Non-Masons wearing regalia. Oh, people that weren't in it wearing stuff. It happens
Yeah.
all over the place. It happens with gangs. It happens with motorcycle clubs. It happens with everything. It happens with cops. People act like they're cops and they're not, you know?
Oh yeah.
People join the prison. They become COs in prison, right? And they walk around like they're police officers. They go pump their gas and shit with their uniforms on.
Yeah. Some states, Bill, correctional officers have the same law enforcement capabilities as a general police officer does. In some states, they are considered actual law enforcement.
Yeah.
So, like that guy that's in that support club, it starts with an S. That's as far as I'll go. They're a Newark support club. The guy is ex-law enforcement hanging out with y'all. I hope you're not chatting it up with him.
And what is the main goal of a support club? Like, what is the main goal of it? Do they have to take direction from the higher up club?
Oh yeah, they're gonna lead themselves in a certain manner. A lot of support clubs, small little ones, they go out there, and I've personally seen it where they'll, whether it's a pagan support club, an outlaw support club, HA, they go out there and they become a support club for that group. And we'll say, okay, this little riding club becomes a support group for the local HA charter because, and I'm only using this name, it could be anyone, a pagan or an outlaw charter, maybe gets a little tough with him and say, hey, we saw you were at that Hells Angels party supporting them because you're putting money into their pockets by buying a ticket or a drink or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, well, we don't want you to do that. We want you. And they just automatically think that, we're a Hells Angels support club. So the Hells Angels are going to come in and take any problems that we have.
It don't work like that.
They still got to stand up for themselves. Yeah. It don't work like that.
But but the support club incurs all the problems that the Hells Angels have, or whatever club, right? They incur all the problems that they have, but the big club doesn't incur the problems that they have.
I mean, it's good to have support clubs because they're a dollar bill in your pocket. They're going to buy your club merchandise, your T-shirts, your koozies, your bandanas. The main thing they really make money on is like the little tea bag panties they sell to the women, the cropped up T-shirts.
Yeah,
and it goes across the board with a majority of the big clubs selling stuff like that. I know the number one stuff we used to sell out of was the women's merchandise.
Yeah,
the little panties, the little shirts. Oh yeah.
Listen, they do have his identity, but I'm not gonna say it here. That's not the type of stuff that I do. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but they do have his identity. And I played a video earlier. Go check it out.
He put himself on blast.
Definitely. Yeah, those are like the number one selling things is the female.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right.
Stickers. There's so much money to be made in support gear. There were times we went somewhere and an hour into the gig, we were sold out taking orders. And there was times where we went somewhere and maybe sold 3 shirts. So it's all demographics, but you know, you get in there and that throws a good, you make a lot of money off of support care. A lot.
It says right here, they make 75% of their income comes from support gear.
A lot of
Once I
it.
met
Yep.
a man,
Parties, open parties
Yes.
are big money makers. Big.
Someone said, "Can I wear my uncle's Hell's Angel ring when he left me when he died, even if I'm not in the Hell's Angels, or would
Oh,
members get
hell
mad?"
no. No. No, if
Someone
it's a
said that.
member ring,
Someone said no. That's a hard no. The ring is and it will always be club property. Your uncle shouldn't have given any club rings, patches, paraphernalia to civilians or even
yep.
another club member.
Yep.
Rings, patches, or even tattoos that say Hell's
everything
Angels
is
are club
supposed to be
property.
accounted for. Yep.
When a
Right
mo-
down
when
to
a
a member t-shirt
Yeah, it says when a member
is to be
passes
accounted
away.
for.
Says when a member passes away, family is supposed to turn in all the club stuff to the SA. And if he passes in good standing, he'll be buried in his cut. And even if that happens, there'll be a couple members watching over the burial until the hole is filled in to make sure it stays with him. I'm a former member of 1% Club in good standing, and I trust you don't want to be seen with that ring on, someone said. It says wearing Hell's Angels support gear, which typically includes clothes, accessories displaying the logo name, can be very acceptance based on politics and attitudes of the motorcycle club. The Hells Angels, like many other clubs, have a specific subculture of its own traditions, rules, and code of conduct. In general, wearing Hells Angels support gear is typically reserved for individuals who have earned the club's respect and have some form of affiliation with the organization. This could include close friends, family, members of the Hells Angels, and Hells Angels members. It's not something that is meant just for the general public to casually wear. Wearing unauthorized support gear without any affiliation or approval from the club can lead to negative consequences. Motorcycle clubs, including the Hells Angels, take their symbols and imagery very seriously, and unauthorized use may be viewed as disrespect or offensive. It is critical to be aware of the political implications and to respect the boundary. Oh shit, I lost repo.
Yeah.
It says it is crucial to be aware of the political implications and to respect the boundaries and norms of any subculture or organization. If you are unsure about the accessibility of wearing specific gear associated with a motorcycle club, it is advised to err on the side of caution and refrain from doing so unless you have explicit permission or affiliation.
Yeah.
So don't be like that guy with the hoodie, and he's making it like it's a joke and shit. And that's something you don't want to do.
Yeah. That family member that has a ring or whatever, technically that's club property. But you know, it's the charter when you're a member and you say somebody gives you a member shirt, you go whatever state, and that charter gives you a shirt. That's supposed to be recorded and logged in to you. He's, he was here. He got 3 shirts, member shirts. He got a patch. He got a ring, a pin, something, and all that's supposed to be kept recorded. So when you leave the club, you're out, you die, whatever, that's brought back up, and that stuff should be accounted for. If a shirt has to be thrown away. You know, we always would burn them. But you always sent word, hey, you know, because they're supposed to keep track of their stuff too that's given out. Hey, XYZ is no longer here. We've got a shirt that one of your members gave to him. What do you want us to do with it? You want us to send it back? No, listen, if you want to give that to somebody else, go ahead and give it to somebody else. Somebody else takes it, you keep a record of who that somebody else was that took that.
Yeah, but like,
You know,
so when someone leaves the club or gets kicked out, do they burn their patches?
No, they come back. It depends on what the charter decides. Usually, they're taken off of that cut. You know, my eyes, they should never put another member's patches on you. The old crew in Philadelphia, they had like 4 or 5 vests just sitting around that were other guys, you know. That stuff should be stripped. You want to give the vest after the stuff's taken off of it to somebody that maybe they don't have a good vest, they got a shitty vest, fine, but you should never wear somebody else's patches.
Did Tommy get buried in his cut?
Did he get married in his cut?
Buried. Tommy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, he had a new set he got buried in. Not the set he was wearing that night.
So what happens to the set he was wearing that night?
Honestly, I think I don't recall definitively, Bill, but I think law enforcement still retains that set he had on that night when he was killed.
It's pretty crazy, man.
You know, what's funny is somebody, you know, we talked about, somebody sent me this real shitty mess. There's still an ongoing investigation. Well, that investigation should have been closed when that jerk off that was prospect that was riding a motorcycle with Tommy that night died. Because the only 2 people that were out there, that eyewitnesses, not hearsay, to what went down that night, other than the law enforcement that were following and clearly watched it, are dead. Tommy's dead, and scumbag Byron is dead. Chicken shit Byron, who quit days after Tommy was murdered, protecting him from getting shot. So everybody want to go out there and think Byron was this good dude. He was a POS. Scared chicken shit.
Yeah, but the investigation will never be closed. Yeah, I mean, murder
Ain't no
charges
sense keeping it open.
Murder charges can go forever, right? They last forever.
You know, all I can say is, if there was 3 people out there that night when that went down in the vehicle that was shooting at Tommy and that POS on the motorcycle, the only way they ever going to get a conviction is if one of those people get jammed up and decide they want to tattletale on one another. Because the 2 that are gone ain't saying nothing, ain't taking no stand and saying, oh yeah, I was an eyewitness to, they were the ones shooting at me. His spirit is not going to drop back down into a witness stand and point out whomever it was and clear it up. They had speculation that it was members of the pagans that killed Tommy. Speculation, okay? No one ever clearly said they picked up some guys, but no one ever sat down with law enforcement and said, oh yeah, these are the guys. And it's speculation. And there's no, unless the guys that were there and did it together tell on one another, it's over and done. It's a wrap.
You never know what could happen down in the end, you know.
You going out to take care of something, go by yourself. So what are you gonna do? Tell on yourself?
Or just don't get involved in the first place, right?
Yeah. Or go alone. Don't be scared.
Oh man. Yeah, we got a lot more to do, man. I gotta get ready for this interview. I appreciate you taking the time, man. But I want to know what's you guys' thoughts on this whole situation with the Mongol, and I want to know exactly how you feel about the situation. So put it in the comment section, share this video, hit the like button, go subscribe to Repo's channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. You want to give anyone a shout out, Repo?
Myself.
If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. Peace.
Later.
17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
But on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, received.